So you know why Punk Roman was mad?
I don't think I got the full context of it.
So at Survivor Series, we saw them do the little fist bump. That was, I think, before they went off air.
Yeah, yeah.
But as they're going off air, they're just kind of touching knuckles. Everybody's touching knuckles with the people in the crowd, and Punk, this asshole, is just holding up the belt right behind Roman.
That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous.
And everyone went, "Yeah, you know what? It's kind of valid. I'd be mad too.
Let him aura farm. Let him aura farm for a minute.
I'd be mad. I'd be mad too if he did that shit.
Facts. Y'all,
We're rough.
you are not seeing things. We are back because the best time of year to be a wrestling fan is here. And so therefore, we're back. Welcome to Kickout Club Wrestling. My name is Tyler. I'm joined today by my boy Emil. What's up, dude? Nola in September? Question mark. Stay tuned. What? Oh, the Rock won. The Rock won. We still don't know why the fuck he did that. We still have no idea. I don't think we'll ever know. I don't think he even knows why he did
I
that.
think he fucked up.
I think he was trying to be different.
I think he fucked up.
Maybe.
He didn't
Well,
watch the product.
that's true. That's true. He missed rule number 1. But y'all, Royal Rumble just happened this past weekend, and we got the fallout of that a little bit on Raw this week. It is Wednesday,
No, it's
February
Wednesday.
4th. Thank you. Wednesday, February 4th. So we have not seen SmackDown yet, which, by the way, SmackDown's been fucking cooking. If you have not been watching SmackDown, you should. Raw, you could still skip it. It's fine. Except for this week, we had a cool closing segment. That was great. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, we got a couple Royal Rumble matches to talk about. Do we want to start with one of those? We want to talk about one of the other?
Are we going card by card? Or are we just giving kind of my snarky comments?
Just kind of overall thoughts
I don't know. I don't know
on
what
the
we do
show.
around here anymore.
Yeah, man. I mean,
This show was a fucking mess.
you think so?
No, but yes.
So why did you say that? No.
So
Elaborate, please.
we first off we killed Sammy, which is fine because Drew just got whatever, right? We killed Sammy, and I mean it's good heel heat. I get it. AJ left the gloves on. Why? I did just watch the video, and apparently the rumors are that AEW was talking about him backstage. So there's he's retired but not retired, which I hate.
AJ Styles is all elite.
I hate that.
I do, but I don't. I honestly, if I'm gonna be real, and I love AJ Styles as much as the next guy, I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't care.
There's nothing there. Like there is. I guess you could give him a belt.
Nah, there's the Osprey
but
match.
they have 70 belts over there, so he can take something.
Styles Osprey, Styles Omega, which they got to pay that off. They can pay that off from when Kenny kicked AJ out of Bullet Club. Yes, I said Bullet Club.
Nobody really knows
AJ Okada, AJ Hangman, AJ Joe. Once Joe is back from his injury, if he comes back from his 1 millionth injury, hope he's okay though, for real. There's a lot of good matches
I'm
over
not
there.
laughing at the injury, by the way. I'm laughing.
No, 100%. Well, I knew that, but yeah, fair. No, man, I mean, I don't really care that much. I mean, AJ had nothing left to do in WWE. It's clear to me that they didn't really give a fuck about him. They spent the latter half of his 10-year contract just doing dick all with him. Like, the coolest thing they did with him was the recycled Mark Henry retirement scheme against Cody, and that was it. And then they immediately doubled back on that and had AJ show his respect to Cody after the fact. So,
Well, they wanted to give him his old music back.
That's true. That's true. What do you think about this, Dragon Lee? I am the Fuego. Oh man, that was weird.
Which opened up Dragon Lee to get hung.
Sick
That was
visual.
brutal.
Sick
That was
visual.
brutal. That was
Listen,
really cool.
listen. So, you said
Unfun
this
live since it was in the other direction.
right. See, you had said it sounds like you weren't a huge fan of the Royal Rumble as a show. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. It felt weird. Nothing really gave me energy in this Rumble. This show. Everybody looked dead. The area looked dead. Apparently, after it only took us 3 days to see some videos of these crowds to show that there were actually people in this crowd. which the whole time I just went, this show's a fucking mess. There's nobody here, which is embarrassing. It doesn't matter because they got paid $10 billion or whatever, $10 million to go over there and do the favors. So it's fine. But I didn't love that nobody was there. I thought that was sad for anyone involved. But apparently there were 25,000 people there, so good for them. The light bar things, kind of like Intuit Dome, they don't need to keep. They could get rid of those.
I was gonna say I had seen a couple creators out there on. Particularly, I saw on Santi's app mentioned on his Patreon, which I don't subscribe to, but he had mentioned that on there. They had done a deep dive of the show, and they actually went through and like went frame by frame with a spotlight that was going through the crowd, and they could see people in almost every seat. But it's just those light bars were just like, I don't know what could have caused it, but it just made it look like there was nobody in the seats.
I think they were too tall.
I think so. I think the seats were really tall as well, and as individually as well as the light bars that they had. I liked the idea because you could see they projected like it when you could see it in the whole crowd in the grand scheme of things. It looked like there was a WWE logo in the middle, but I don't really care to see that. I want to see the people. I want to see the reactions of the fans. That's part of why we go. That's part of why wrestling is what it is and why it's exciting to go to these live shows because like the fans are the show in a way.
So visually it looked lifeless, which then made me feel like it was lifeless, even though I heard this crowd and I heard this really loud crowd, and I was kind of confused because I'm sitting there going, where's this noise coming from? I don't understand. But then of course, once you start listening to the noise, none of the noise mattered. This crowd took me way out of this show. This crowd was not here for it. They're all dignitaries and blah, 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 blah. And we can, whatever, right? The politics behind it. And the personal feelings aside, this crowd wasn't into it. You could just tell it's rich people doing rich people shit. It's not people who actually care about this. There are people who flew out to Saudi, and I'm good for you. Okay. That's
someone from Rhode Island that I know from back home went to Saudi for the show. I was shocked.
That's your choice.
Genuinely, yeah, your choice. Your death wish.
I'll say your choice and your money. So that took me out of it because they didn't really respond. They didn't pop to things. Not that there was much to pop for sometimes. I mean, we know how the religion and the country of Saudi Arabia feels about women. So we're lucky that we have a women's Royal Rumble at all. And with that comes a very dead crowd. I mean, all those women tried to pop this crowd and they were getting the shit sandwiches essentially. They weren't getting a darn thing. And then I mean, they popped for somebody like Liv, but
the biggest pop of the night was Brie Bella's return, and I don't know if that was because Brie is back and they were excited about the Bellas being back together, or because they just wanted to do the yes chant.
I think they're about 20 years. I think they're also maybe about 20 years behind.
That's true. This is the same. This is the same country who wanted to have the Undertaker, Yokozuna, and Stone Cold wrestle. So
we're a little behind.
A little bit
on who's current and who matters in the world of professional wrestling. But I mean, fine.
Sure.
The stage was gorgeous, though.
The stage was sick. They need that for way more stages. It looked like a Clash at the Castle set, potentially, because it looked like a giant castle. Looked very cool.
That was pretty sick.
I liked the tunnel. I thought it was a little bit. I feel like at times you could tell the wrestlers weren't used to a tunnel that long, that was covered and not seen by the fans. Because like those entrances that are timed by when they come out with a music cue were a little off at times. I don't know if you picked up on that, but I picked up on that a little bit. Like like a couple of times when like certain points in a wrestler's theme when they're supposed to be out there by that point, or they run out there at that moment, were a little bit missed because of that. But it's all good. It happens. They're not used to it, but I like the setup.
And then the boys' rumble was a mess.
Yeah,
this is a lot of where the mess comes from. This was a disaster.
Because the women's rumble I thought was spectacular. I thought it was one of the best women's rumbles I've seen. And they're always better than the men's too. So for it to be the best of all of the women's rumbles that we've gotten since 2018 is kind of crazy. I mean, like, and the way it was booked was fantastic. I don't really have any notes for that. Like just looking through the list of entrants. I mean, Kiana James at number 3. I was kind of like, why is she still here by the time we got 25 minutes in? But I'm not terribly upset about how she did. She did really well, I thought. Apparently she trains with Charlotte too. So for her and Charlotte to be like buddy buddy the entire Rumble, I think that was kind of by design because they had a lot of spots together. If you'd noticed that, I feel like it was like a way to test her while also being like, you know what, we're gonna put you with someone you're comfortable with. We're gonna put you with Charlotte and hope we can get you through. Charlotte, by the way, fantastic. I thought she did great. There's the Iron Woman in this. Both Rumbles were really short. So the women's was an hour 7. So actually, the women's was not short. The men's was short, not even an hour, 56:10. But with Charlotte being 59:49, that's almost damn near the entire thing, like damn near the entire Rumble. Yeah, man. I mean, good NXT call-ups. 4 NXT call-ups. We had Lola, we had Lola Vice, Sol Ruka, JC Jane, and Kalani Jordan. All great call-ups.
Great choices.
All great shouts.
Sol Ruka stole the show.
Oh, absolutely. Third overall in the Rumble is not a bad place to be. Definitely not a bad place to be. I thought Lola was great as well. JC and Kalani for me kind of fell under the radar for me. There was a funny spot though where JC goes to eliminate Kalani and she goes, "What are you doing up here? Go back down to NXT." And I'm like, "Wait,
yeah,
aren't you the NXT Women's Champion?" But I get why she did that. It was funny. Natalia coming in as Natty. Specifically awesome. As Natty, as this new gimmick awesome. That she's been workshopping.
And what I really appreciated was her actually doing different things.
She eliminated Becky.
This is something that I hate about these kind of rebrand for characters, but they still kind of refer to the character. Natty's just the darker side of Natalia. Okay, cool. It's like the comparison I have is the Demon in Finn Balor. And what I hated about the Demon, and this happened in NXT too. This wasn't just a main roster Demon problem for me. It was he never really changed the style. He wasn't darker. He didn't stretch his time on the rope. He was a face, but he could have stretched his time on the ropes. He could have been a little bit more brutal with the way he was stretched. He didn't do any of that. Natty did.
Absolutely, she was a lot more like. It was giving the NXT Underground vibe. She was one of the people that was in the Underground matches often. Her and Shayna were frequently going down to NXT to do that stuff. Lola Vice was in there, a couple other people. But Natty, I feel like, cut her teeth between the NXT Underground and then GCW when she was doing GCW stuff. Or no, not GCW. What is it? Bloodsport. Thank you. Yeah. So when she was doing the Bloodsport shit, that's where she really kind of figured that out. Fantastic. I thought it was great. I hope and again, I mentioned it, but she eliminated Becky Lynch. Like, that's huge. Like, Natalia, I would never have thought in a million years Natalia would ever eliminate Becky Lynch with where Becky Lynch is in her career. The second Natty came out and Natty did that, I was like, oh, like, they're actually going to try some shit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Natty takes the IC title at some point, potentially from Becky.
So we also have to mention the elephant in the room. There are a few elephants that are missing from this room. AJ Lee was noticeably absent.
Yes, very noticeable.
Quite strange, considering what we were doing. But I guess now it's not only do we not remember anything from WrestleMania last year, but we don't remember anything from about 3 weeks ago.
From WrestlePalooza.
It sounds like we've kind of erased most of last year.
WrestlePalooza.
We're kind of just supposed to forget that happened, and yeah. Okay, that's fine. I guess we're hitting a reset. So I guess that new era topic was a real new era because we just forgot.
I'm dead. New era means we just forget things. We have amnesia.
That post 40 to about October of 25 doesn't exist.
Real.
Survivor Series only exists now because we mentioned it on Raw.
Yeah. I mean, another thing too, though, is that we did have the after the AJ Becky feud, we did have the kind of sidebar where Maxine won the title from Becky, and then Becky won it back.
Who took the title? Who helped Maxine win the title though? It wasn't Natty. Let's talk about it.
Who did help her win the title?
AJ.
I didn't pay attention. I've been in and out so hard the last up until
that?
Rumble.
We watched that. So I'll be honest. Me and Courtney are watching. We're locked in right now. We're watching Raw every week. We actually don't watch SmackDown. We watch Raw.
Well, you should be watching SmackDown now.
It's a Monday. It's an easier watch. Nobody wants to do that on a Friday.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
Not that we're out on the town on a Friday, but we don't want to watch SmackDown on a Friday. We want to watch other things.
You'd rather watch Stranger Things Raw.
So we watched Stranger Things Raw and things of the liking. So we're locked into Raw right now. So we watched that. That was the Madison Square Garden show. That wasn't a small show.
True.
That was a thing that mattered and that looked like that should have propelled something. If we're talking about shows that seem to matter, it's any show in New York, any show in a big market, and anything leading up and behind a pay-per-view, or in front of after a pay-per-view, right? Those are the shows that matter. And this was a big show. And okay, cool, whatever. I guess we're not going to talk about AJ. Another elephant in the room that was missing.
Well, it's the big show. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Another elephant that's missing from the room is Bianca Belair.
Those finger injuries, man. Gnarly. Apparently, it is that injury, like finger injuries in particular, are very like hard to heal and hard to heal fully in order to like get back to what you're doing in wrestling. Yeah, so like makes sense. It just really sucks because like it would be Jade Cargill's reign as champion. Listen, I love Jade. It's going pretty shitty right now without a viable option.
Unless we weren't going to Saudi, which would make me feel a little better. But in AJ's case, Punk was there. So either she was there already or she didn't go with him.
It's possible that she just didn't want to go and Punk's in more of a position where he had to be there. Yeah, and she's not, you know?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that
I know. No, I get you.
I think that was all that was missing from
Lash
the
Legend,
girls.
dog. Not that she was missing, but just shouting out. Yeah, Lash Legend went crazy. They were chanting overrated, which like, what the fuck, Saudi? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? The one time we get a new superstar being pushed and you're out here saying overrated just because she's next to Nia Jax every time. Hey, I mean, she didn't really last very long either.
The Girls Rumble understood the assignment, and it was let's put over some new people. And I mean, there were a lot of new people who I felt got a really great spotlight. Alexa and Charlotte botched.
A little. Wait, wait, the elimination spot?
Yeah.
That was not a botch. I don't think that was a botch.
Okay.
I think it was planned.
We'll talk about the mess then between the Judgment Day, which got a little bit fixed, but I don't think the planned goal for that was the move. I didn't really think it was the move in that moment either. The Judgment Day implosion.
I'm okay with it. However,
seemed weird.
In the moment, I was okay with it. However, I don't feel like they followed up on it very well, and we can talk about it, you know, after we finish talking about this match in particular. But
Liv Morgan won the Rumble. That's kind of where the conversation ends, which was the obvious choice and the correct choice.
Tiffany returned as well. We forgot to shout that out. Oh, and Kyrie eliminated Asuka
because it didn't matter. There's the one they changed. It looked like they just course corrected real quick.
Maybe
they just said, all right, which team's going to turn on each other now? All right,
maybe
we'll do. Because
that
looked very weird. That was very strange. And then they didn't really follow up with it on Raw yesterday.
I mean, the problem is I don't know if I care enough.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, that's my thing. And honestly,
that's not the one we care about.
I'm starting to let some things go. You know, like some things in Triple H's WWE. We don't have time for everything. We can push it to next week. So hopefully next week we get something.
I saw Los Americanos 4 times on Raw.
And you know what?
Monday.
And you know what? Thank God. Gracias.
But you're telling me we don't have time for the Kabuki Warriors.
Correct. I would much rather see Los Americanos than a sub-feud of the sub-feud division of the women.
So Liv Morgan wins the girls. The next night, or 2 nights later on Monday in Philly, we have Raquel and Stephanie Becerra, and this actually brings me to another point here. Stephanie Becerra retains against Raquel after some shenanigans.
After a new theme for Stephanie, and it sounds like booty.
Nobody wanted that. Everybody in the Judgment Day is currently imploding. They all go and interrupt her match, even though she just said not to do that. It doesn't really matter. That's fine because Liv is the leader, so now everybody's mad at each other. But here's the real problem. We're having a lot of baby faces beat stables, full-on stables, by themselves. Lest we forget, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before this, CM Punk beat the entire Vision essentially by himself. And I'm supposed to take these groups seriously.
Hey, you put some respect on Unchosen LA Knight.
No.
Fuck.
No.
God damn it.
So, in the realm of the women's, this isn't quite as big of a disaster. The Judgment Day has been kind of slowly imploding anyway. All the boys are hurt, so it's just the girls. And Liv is clearly kind of big broing people.
Well, correction, sorry. The boys are not all hurt. Some of them just couldn't get a spot in the Rumble for whatever reason.
Whatever. He's kind of been MIA since his watermelon-headed friend got hurt again. I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm sorry.
That shouldn't have been a big of a laugh, but that was funny because JD. You know, I love JD, but he's got a big head.
Do. You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the Drake and Josh episode at the end with the grandma who she's talking about Josh, and you go, "Who the tall boy would look like a toothpick with a cantaloupe on top?"
Yeah. What a pull, bro! What a pull.
That's JD.
God damn. And my light fell. Well,
all right.
Peek behind the curtain.
We don't pot anymore, y'all. While he fixes his light. So we're having the baby faces Superman the shit out of full on stables, which is a problem. If there is no long term story here, there is take the title off of Stephanie Becerra. There is take the title off of Stephanie Becerra.
There is,
give
but
this belt to Raquel. Make things weird. Liv should then triple threat.
That was the move. That was the move. Put the title on Raquel, and then you have Raquel saying, "Liv, you did kind of screw me," or you just have Liv go, "Hey, I'm going for you, Raquel. I want that title back. I told you I'm coming for it, whether it's your fault or not. I told you I'm going for it." Plus, Jade's big and scary, and she's that bitch. So why would Liv go after Jade? Personally,
Liv ain't going anywhere near that title.
Personally, I don't even want to see it. Personally,
I don't want to watch that.
But I will say I am excited for Liv and Stephanie if that is the match they decide to go with. I'm excited about it. It's just not. Here's the thing: if they didn't do the spot where Liv eliminated Raquel, I wouldn't even be thinking about this right now. I wouldn't. I'd be excited for Liv and Steph fully. No, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. Also, putting Raquel in the Rumble when Raquel had the title shot 2 nights later is also very stupid. So let's talk about that for a minute.
I didn't think of.
Why the fuck are we doing that? Why the fuck is Raquel gonna beat the shit out of herself in the Rumble and then challenge for the title 2 nights later? In a street fight, no less. Flawed logic on both sides of the coin.
Beats me.
They could have just had Raquel take it easy. They could have had somebody else eliminate Raquel. They could have had, I don't even know. They could have had Rhea eliminate Raquel, but instead they have Raquel eliminate Rhea, which was fire. Rox eliminating Raquel could be interesting. Liv eliminating Rox could have been interesting because of the whole Dom stuff that happened when she was trying to come for Liv's mans. There's so many other ways.
Conveniently did not do.
Conveniently, we forget. But no, man. I mean, there's a couple of things that they could have done but chose not to, and things that they chose to do that they probably shouldn't have done because they kind of just nothing burgered everything.
This is so annoying because they set the table and then they don't serve me the food. I just sit there for an hour at the restaurant.
In fact,
I want to leave and I go to McDonald's because I'm hungry.
No, what happens is they gave you the wrong entree.
Thanks.
They gave you the wrong entree, and you're like, wait a minute.
After an hour of waiting.
I asked for the chicken. Why do I have the fish? Like what,
Nobody wanted this.
Nobody wanted the fish.
Nobody wanted the fish. And furthermore, there's nothing here for Stephanie Becerra.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. There's nothing going here. Now, I will admit, I heard her response live, and I went, okay, fair.
Sure.
But no.
But then Raquel just fell in line and was like, "Yeah, we were there to help Liv anyway." And it's like, dude, she made you look like a fucking idiot. What are you doing?
We didn't cook here, and there's no long-term save here. It is what it is now. So you can't double back and try to change it.
Right.
Unless, like, what's the next answer? Put her in the elimination chamber, which I think the women's title is going on the line in the elimination chamber. I don't think it's a number one contendership spot. I think it's a full-on title.
The world
match.
title or the WWE title?
I think it's gonna be the world. I don't think they're putting Jade in that thing.
I just don't. Yeah,
I don't think that's a good idea.
Because my question is, who the fuck do they put in that? But if Liv picks, here's the thing: if Liv picks the world title before Chamber,
they put Rocks.
No, I'm just saying in general in the Chamber, because on SmackDown they don't have enough challengers to fill a good Chamber match for Jade's title. But what I thought of is if they have Liv call her shot for the world title first, then they could do a dual branded WWE title match, kind of like they did last year with the number one contender for the world.
That's what I was kind of thinking. It could be dual branded still, and the brand split doesn't matter.
Right.
And we kind of don't know what Jade's doing. It's not Jordynne Grace. I don't see it.
I wish it was. It's too early. It's too soon.
I don't see it.
Jordynne Grace is a shoo-in for the United States title.
She didn't cook in the Rumble either.
No, and
that's very strange.
It's so weird, dude. They had Jordynne Grace, and she was white hot when she first came in, and then they said, we're gonna put her in NXT, and then in NXT they said, we're not gonna do anything with her, and then they sent her to Maine, and now they're like, meh. And I'm like, what? Like, what do they not see, bro?
She could have been a shot in the arm, but they didn't really. And then they've had her face off with Jade, which everybody's like, meh, cool,
right?
What's the meme where it's like, whoa,
yeah,
that's all right. They were the that's all right.
No facts, because here's the thing: in any other scenario, in any other scenario, Jordynne would have a shot. The problem is, 1, it's Jade Cargill. 2, she's that bitch, and 3, she just won the title. There's no shot. Actually, she didn't just win the title. She's been champion for a few months at this point. It's just that she hasn't defended it against anybody. Not even Jordynne yet. And they've been feuding for damn near a month. Wild behavior. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, Raquel eliminated Rhea. That's sick. I appreciate that. I mean, Tiffany returned at 30.
Was not happy about it.
Oh, Dallas
can me. I was not ready for that. I genuinely wasn't ready. I wasn't reading stuff leading up to Rumble, so I was genuinely shocked by that.
I want Tiffy to be I don't know. I want Tiffy to be the champ again, but I also don't, because that was not a good reign for her, and it's not her fault. It's just same problem with Jade. They don't have enough good challengers for her. And I don't want to see Tiffy and Jade again.
I don't either. And I'm scared they're going to do that.
Me too. Very scared. She's a shoo-in for the U.S. title.
They had her as a babyface, which was weird.
I guess.
She shouldn't have been babyface, but there were no heels.
Yeah. I mean, Tiffy going for the U.S. title sounds intriguing to me, I guess.
Who has that belt right now? Julia.
Yeah, Julia has the title right now. That's a shoo-in for Tiffy. That's bound to be a Mania pre-show match for sure. It's Hey, bro, damn. Listen. Get your bag. They don't put
matches on the pre-show anymore.
Actually, they did do a couple of pre-show dark matches, but they were dark matches. They weren't broadcast. It was they had Wyatt Six defeat the MFTs in a tag match, and they had Motor City Machine Guns and Shinsuke defeat the New Day and Grayson Waller.
They're still on TV. Well, I guess they're not on TV.
Motor
they're
City?
Still employed.
Yeah, apparently they went down to them. I think they went to AAA, if I'm not mistaken. They've been doing AAA dates.
Waste.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see if there's anything else, but I don't think there really is.
Did we women this out? All right, let's talk about the men's. Let's
man.
I want to buy the everybody watches women's sports, so everybody calm yourself.
Facts. Man, so we're starting hot with this Royal Rumble. So going into the pre-show though, they had already said that they capitalized on the botched production thing they had on Raw. So if you missed it on SmackDown, I believe, if you missed it on SmackDown, they had the Rumble graphic across the lower third, even though it's really like the lower like 5th or 8th. It's really small, but it said Braun Breaker #1. And they had talked about putting Braun in the Rumble. There's a story about tension between Braun and Adam Pearce and all of that. Adam clearly hates Braun. Yeah. Oh, yawn. But then on the pre-show, Paul comes in and he's like berating Adam Pearce, like, you gave Braun #2. And it's like, wait a minute. Because he said you gave him #2 because you had already gave him 1, but they fucked up, so now you're giving him 2 and stuff like that. Is a whole thing. So #1 comes out.
Wait. I also appreciate that Paul finally said it on TV, the thing that I've been waiting them to admit for years. 1 and 2 are the same thing.
Facts. 100%.
I love that Paul did that.
I
thought that was so funny.
No,
thank you.
That is such logic, because it's like everyone's like, oh, he won the Rumble at #1. Okay, and what's the
Ray
difference?
wanted a number 2. That's the same thing.
Number 1 just has to stand there while number 2 comes out. Like, what? Who cares?
They're in the ring longer, I guess.
I guess 1 has the high ground, so that's like the advantage of being number 1.
No, because it doesn't start till they're both in the ring.
If anything, number 2 has less advantage because number 2 could climb in the ring, and as soon as they climb in the ring, 1 could just fucking blindside him and just take him out.
True.
So there's that.
We usually don't. We're usually respectable.
True. Speaking of number 1, though, so the match gets going. All of a sudden, we hear dun 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 who dun dun, dude. Oba fucking Femi, who has already announced. They already announced he was going to debut in the Rumble match. He comes in at number 1. He's got pyro that goes along the top of the stadium. They only saved that for fucking Roman and Punk and did they do it for Jay? I don't remember. Cody, Randy, Rhea, like the biggest of the big stars. And Oba Femi got fucking a stadium pyro. That's huge. Did you see the tweet about him coming out wearing Dunkin' Donut munchkins?
No. But every time I see the score on him, I cry a little bit.
No, because apparently it popped. I think it popped Jordan Grace or like one of the other wrestlers, and they retweeted it, and it was like, "You got to be a badass motherfucker to come out with Dunkin' Donuts munchkins around your neck for like the beads that he wears."
Oh,
yeah, they did look like munchkins. It was crazy. But so then Oba comes out, and we already knew Braun Breaker was 2. So at this point, we're like, "Oh fuck, we're about to start the Royal Rumble with Oba Femi and Braun Breaker." Until ye old masked man comes out
ye
and
old
attacks
hoodie man.
Triple H's favorite wrestler attacks Braun Breaker. Quite literally, because the guy underneath is very likely to be either Seth Rollins or Logan Paul, both of which are Triple H's like favorite wrestlers, I feel like. But man, Triple H and the Vision and fucking masked men. What is the deal? It is a different guy than Theory, and it's not Montez Ford. They could do the thing again where they have multiple guys in the mask until they reveal who it is, but we haven't seen them yet again. But they had a beard. They had used the stomp as a move. Heavily rumored to be Seth Rollins. However, they did like immediately when it happened, Paul was like, "That's Seth Rollins." So in my head, I'm like, so it's not Seth Rollins. Because he just said it was, but it's not. It can't be. He's not going to call that out if it is actually Seth. I do think that is the move for Mania, though. But that's another question. That's another thing. There are rumors that it was Logan Paul because Logan Paul ended up getting to the Final Four somehow again in this Rumble match, and that Logan did it so he didn't have to defend Braun throughout the Rumble, and he could worry about himself and win the match for himself. That is a very logical possibility. There are rumors that it was fucking Jake Paul as well. That would be wild. I don't know how they make that make sense, but it's Jake Paul, so I guess it doesn't matter because he's a big star. And Triple H loves viral moments and big stars. Great. So we got that happening, and so a stomp to Braun Breaker, throw him in the ring. The bell rings. He gets up. Oba Femi tosses him out immediately, and Oba Femi dumps him out like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like dealing with this for 4 weeks. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see this shit for 4 weeks.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
Fortunately, Rumble and Elimination Chamber are slightly closer together this time. Slightly.
The new Road to WrestleMania
Chamber is still in February this year by calendar, so I appreciate that. It's basically March, but I appreciate that it looks closer this time around. However, WrestleMania is still so far away.
If I'm not mistaken, do we have another Saturday night's main event between now and Mania, or is that it? Usually, last year I think there was one. I think there was one.
So.
I would hope so as well.
We do need we need a buffer event. We need a roadblock, and Saturday night's main event can sustain
a roadblock. That's real.
I'm shooting from the hip today. So wait though. So hold on though.
Listen, that's what we're here for.
This is annoying. This fucking masked man thing is annoying now because what it gives is, we did the masked man and blew our load too early, and then we're gonna double back and kind of pull something that we probably should have pulled anyway. The Masked Man wasn't on Raw this week, which is also fucking annoying. So we're clearly pulling the longer game this time around, I think. I personally loved the idea that it was still Theory. I loved that idea, and then they blew it, right? Because this is the only red herring. This was the only one where I was like, all right, cool. They're shutting that shit right down. The Paul Heyman just screaming at Seth Rollins means nothing to me because of course that's what he's going to say, right? He did the stomp. I get it, right? And that's the main guy who you would think, oh yeah, that would attack Braun. And obviously they're gonna they've gone with the obvious answer before to push a story and push a narrative, and that's very okay as well. To use Seth Rollins, I liked unmasking this man again as Austin Theory as a double agent. I think that's still cool. I think that's the story that makes the most sense without breaking too much of the rest of the canon. I think doing anything else breaks some canon. I saw someone say that this could, in a comment, say that this could be Adam Pearce. No, please, God, no.
God, no. God, no. I could see. I like the idea of it being Theory again. I like that idea. I don't hate it. Which, by the way, yeah, Theory, by the way, over as fuck in Saudi Arabia. For some reason, they love him. Every time when the Vision was out there, they were only chanting for Theory. That's it. They literally were chanting Austin Theory by name. No, they said Austin Theory. They did. It's crazy.
I mean,
great, love it.
They chanted a few other things later.
Facts. But I don't hate the idea of it being Logan if Seth isn't ready for Mania. I don't hate it. Logan and Braun.
Seth was on ESPN looking very not hurt.
Yes, but also I don't know if they would do 2 fake injury angles. I don't think they would.
I didn't say it was a fake injury.
Okay, fair.
They just didn't.
Fair.
I just don't think they brought him back.
He might not be ready to be back yet, and they have somebody in the mask for now until he's ready.
I could see them pulling this at Elimination Chamber. That's why I said I don't have the patience for this for 4 weeks, but that's kind of where I see this.
Could see it.
Gaining some steam.
Yeah.
Is Elimination Chamber right now. We're still kind of. Again, I hate this new format that we're working with. It seems like we're so business as usual for way too much of the time.
Yeah.
And that's a problem as we start gearing into February.
Yeah, that's real.
So the rest of the Rumble, Oba looked great.
I don't know.
I loved explaining to my friends who Oba was. That was fun. I was like, no, we like this guy. This guy is awesome. He's
facts. Also, he eliminated 6 guys in a row or 5 guys in a row. 5.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we went farther with that concept. But I get it. People
we really fed him.
It was
fed him Rusev and Matt Cardona.
It was. I get that when Brock did it, it was a little controversial.
Much. It was a little much.
So I get it why we didn't do it this time. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's like a video game.
Yeah. You save up all your you save up your finishers and then you throw them over.
No, you just give yourself like 6 finishers at the start of the match.
You do that, or you just strong Irish whip them to the ropes and then you just ace the minigame because you're good at button mashing.
There you go.
That's how we do it here. Rusev looked like a joke, which is crazy because there were reports that were
he
like
looked sick.
There were reports that they were like, oh, Rusev's being kept off TV for something that, like, you know, they want to wait till they have a story that's worth his time. Is this worth your time, Rusev? Do you think this is worth your time, bro? I feel so bad for him. I don't blame him. Matt Cardona, too. I feel bad for Matt Cardona, too, man. He went from teasing a match with Cody, which, let's be real, wasn't going to happen. But the fact that they even showed the idea of, like, him sniffing the WWE title and then treated him like this, horrible. Yeah, Damian came out. He was out for a little bit. Javon Evans was the Iron Man of this Rumble at 40 minutes, 58 seconds, which is not very long.
His RKO spot.
They made good on the RKO spot with Orton. Couple AAA appearances as well. AAA.
And the crowd didn't care.
Nope. Because I don't know why I get why they did it for the AAA stuff, but I also am like, they should have had this Rumble in the States. Sorry.
Which I won't lie. Okay, so Mr. Iguana did get a pop.
Not as big as he would have got in the States.
No, they would have loved that.
In La Parca?
We would have loved that.
La Parca?
Actually, really, anywhere except Saudi would have liked this a bit more.
Yeah.
La Parca. No, I'll be honest. La Parca was the one where I went, damn, I need to do my research. And they were like talking about him in the incarnations of La Parca in WCW. I went, oh, I really need to do my research. This one I wasn't familiar with.
I will say,
La Parca wasn't familiar with your game.
I will say, I get that Mr. Iguana sells. La Yesca sells on the shop. I get it. Like, you sell the fucking stuffed animals and the t-shirts, whatever. But like, Il del Vikingo, you have Il del Dr. Wagner Jr., you have Octagon Jr., you have all these names that you have at your disposal in AAA that you just say, nah, Mr. Iguana, send the Iguana guy out there. Like, why?
I mean,
why?
The problem with Octagon is, I think they're worried that he's too much Penta.
That's fair. That's so fair.
Which, to be fair,
but like,
I thought the same thing.
But Il del Dr. Wagner Jr., he's literally their mid-card champion over there. I forget the name of the title. And you have Il del Vikingo, who's like literally the big heel over there now, with Omos as his like stooge. That's sick. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that.
Omos. I didn't know Omos had a job down there.
No, Omos. Yeah, that's where Omos is vacationing now. He's doing AAA. He's doing all the excursions.
I love that for him.
Man, my spot of the Rumble, baby. You had Trick and Cody come out after Iguana, by the way, but fuck them. We're talking about the biggest story to come out of the Rumble. El Grande Americano comes out at number 12, and then followed up immediately by original El Grande Americano. Chad Gable returns. He's jacked. He's got a beard. He looks fucking shredded. I wish he was not doing this gimmick because he could look so badass without the stupid mask and the gear. But the story is so good. I need the mask versus mask match at WrestleMania.
That was it.
I need it.
That was it.
That
was it.
Yep. That's what I need.
Fun.
That's what I need.
And then we saw him on Raw, and they kind of continued their thing, which is also awesome.
Yeah.
Big fan.
For sure.
WrestleMania, opener match.
But here's the thing, though. I don't want Chad to continue being El Grande Americano. I want Chad to be Chad. And I want Ludwig. I never thought I'd say it. I want Ludwig to be El Grande Americano. Full time.
Ludwig's been cooking.
Ludwig has been cooking. He's great as Ludwig, but El Grande Americano is too good, especially in AAA, for them to stop doing it.
I love that Ludwig does all of the things, but then still does like his posh walk,
how he's like
looking thing.
Yeah.
And
the peacock walk, bro.
So he still peacock walks like himself.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
No, it's awesome. And like I like how Ludwig plays El Grande Americano more. But I think that I want Chad to beat Ludwig in that match. Is it a reverse mask match where the winner takes the fucking gimmick off?
No.
It's not. But I think we get
Chad has to take the L.
Unfortunately, right? But I hope that post that, Chad is on to bigger and better things. Now back to Cody and Trick. Cody came out and did his thing. Cody was Cody. It's fine. It wasn't a big deal. Trick Williams had a moment with Javon and Oba in the match, calling back to their NXT days where they were carrying the brand as the big three, which was sick. It wasn't a big moment. They didn't spend that long, but there was a moment where the three of them were looking at each other, and it was like, oh, that's nice. And it's sick to see them on the main roster now.
The States.
Or
anywhere else.
And then at number 14, jumping back in sequential order here, kind of, we had Powerhouse Royce Keys comes out at number 14. They actually showed Powerhouse Hobbs on the Tron with the brick wall, and then all of a sudden they break the wall. One might say they broke the walls down. And then showed that Royce Keys was there. Royce Keys. Audio listeners, you don't even know what the fuck happened, and you know what? We're gonna keep it that way. Go find us on YouTube if you want to see what happened there. Royce Keys comes out at number 14. Before we talk about it, there is sentimental value with the name Royce and the name Keys. I believe Keys was his mother's maiden name, and Royce is the name of one of his sons, his younger son, I believe.
Something like that.
Don't love it though.
It's not even a bad name.
Don't love it.
I actually don't think it's that bad.
It's not, but I don't like it more than Powerhouse Hobbs. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is more badass. It gives more like
That's as
wrestler.
close as they're gonna say to talk about AEW
for sure
as they've ever gotten. They mentioned him and Cody's little time at AEW.
Royce Keys though did eliminate former world heavyweight champion, the Wepa King, Damian Priest. He has now entered. Royce Keys shall return in the Wepaverse.
So we had who was I listening to that just kind of, so they had Damian Priest kind of trying to aura farm Steros with a bunch of people, and none of them slapped. None of them were good. It was very weird. Damian Priest got a lot of unnecessary attention in this Rumble that didn't really service anybody. Nobody wants to go over there in the Damian Priest land of the Wepaverse. Because you don't leave for 9 months. You don't leave for 9 months.
Wepa.
And nobody wants to go over there. Nobody wants that WrestleMania match with him. It's not going to do anything for you. It didn't do anything for Drew. And
didn't do anything for Alistair.
It didn't do anything for Alistair. And it was a mess. And this is where the mess kind of starts to happen. Wasting so much time. This Rumble had no idea what it was doing. It had no idea what it wanted to be. It didn't want to be a Legends. It didn't want to be this big spectacle that it was last year. And it didn't want to elevate like the women's match did.
Which low-key, by the way, I feel like this Rumble was more stacked than last year, but we're not ready for that conversation.
Because
No.
It's such a wrong conversation. But we'll
last year,
get there.
I think the difference is last year they really backloaded that Rumble to make you think that it was stacked. 20 to 30 was banger, 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 banger. Do you want to know the top?
Did we forget what the first 10 was? The first 10 was the first 2 were Ray and Penta.
Penta doesn't Penta doesn't clarify. No, Penta doesn't. Penta does not. Hold up. 25. I'm pulling it up. I don't care. Pulling it up.
We're gonna take a detour.
Chad Gable is a stacked Rumble. Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Otis in a stacked Rumble. I Show Speed in a stacked Rumble. Jimmy Uso, Andrade in a stacked Rumble.
The speed spot was great. We're not going to hate that.
The Miz, Joe Hendry, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Miz was there for Joe Hendry was there. That's a pop.
It's all the same people.
And then talk to me about 2230.
Where's Braun Strowman these days?
Braun Strowman's been unemployed.
Right. He was in last year's Rumble though. While employed. The stacked Rumble that it was.
One-off.
No, he was employed.
Braun Strowman was there last year?
He was on SmackDown at the time. He was
interesting.
They cut him shortly after.
But let's talk about 20. You want to go there though? Talk about 2230 though, and the energy that we were having going into that Rumble.
I think because we were still trying to hang on to the glory that was 2024.
I mean, we were still cooking at that time.
This is where the pot was started. This is where we turned the heat too high.
The heat got a little high here, and
the heat too high.
They didn't know how to handle it. But walking into this Rumble, tensions were high. Punk was healthy, and him and Seth had just done their big steel cage match. Roman was hot at this time because Roman wasn't trapped in the Vision Vortex. And he was just coming back from something. He was just coming off of the Cody tag match, I think at that point. No, he was just coming off the bloodline shit, and he had just went back to the Ufalafa.
The Ufalafa.
Cena was in his last Rumble at that time. Rollins obviously is coming off the Punk thing. Logan Paul is getting has just announced as a full-time at this point. Who else was? Give me some more of the last 10.
Oh, sorry.
Jey Uso was white hot at this.
So
time.
the top
I'll say
20 starting at 20. Jey Uso, AJ Styles
was white hot.
AJ.
He just came back with his theme.
Lukewarm. Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Cold.
Enough.
John Cena. Hot. CM Punk. Hot. Rollins. Hot. Dirty Dom.
On the rise.
I think people wanted him to be hot. I don't think he was hot.
I think at this point he was on the rise.
I think the fans wanted him to be hot, but they didn't strike while it was hot. Sami Zayn.
Hot.
Damian Priest. Wepa. Cold. LA Knight. LA Knight, lukewarm.
White.
Lukewarm, bro. Lukewarm. They knew they weren't doing shit with LA Knight. They didn't care. And Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
No. So we were cooking, especially between that Cena and Rollins 5. That was crazy.
But let's talk about
and the
Roman was 16.
Awesome.
Roman was 16.
Yep.
Drew was 17. For big names here, Joe Hendry was 15. If that matters to you, Sheamus was 9. Braun was 7. Penta and Ray. Sure. Yeah. I guess
we were cooking. We were cooking for sure, Steve.
I feel like this Rumble was also pretty stacked.
It was, but they didn't make me feel it. And
we had Oba.
Again,
they could have
talked about the crowd not giving. The crowd also didn't give me. Big fight.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, 60,000 people in Lucas Oil from that Cena to Rollins
with Jay winning
went bananas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's a whole lot of context when I'm just talking about the names and what they were doing, maybe what they were doing, but that's fair. Anyway, let's get back to this. So Royce Keys does his thing, and then this is where we get the Vision Gauntlet. So Theory comes out at 15, Bronson at 16, Ilya comes out, and then La Parka, we talked about. Dragon Lee, why? And then Logan Paul at 20, and then 21, the return of L.A. Knight. Yeah. Takes out the Vision.
So unceremonious.
Takes out the Vision, and that's about it, baby. Oh, actually, no. Cody and we'll get to it. After LA Knight at 22 is Brock Lesnar. And then he's in there for a while. We get the stare down with Oba a little bit. He takes out Oba.
This was so boring though. Like there should have been something behind this.
Behind
right?
His run in general?
Brock and Oba, there should have been a lot of chunk apocalypse here that did not chunk. There was no chunk apocalypses. Like we immediately took out Braun, so we didn't even get that. And then Oba and Brock, we didn't do anything with that. We can't have Drew in this Rumble. Oba and Damian was a thing. Who else was in there that's chunky? We could have Powerhouse Royce
Keys,
but we didn't see them touch each other at all, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. We could have seen Oba and Cody again for the hell of it.
Oba and Cody should have gotten a little bit of a run back. I actually thought Cody may have been number 2.
Oba and Jacob
we didn't even see.
Oba and Roman.
Sorry,
I don't know if you said that already.
There's so many big things that we could have done and we kind of didn't. And then Oba also left kind of unceremoniously around this time.
So I don't think Oba's elimination was unceremonious. Here's another thing, and you might disagree on this because it sounds like you will. People are like mad that Brock eliminated Oba. Did we not forget this is Oba's first fucking main roster match and it's Brock fucking Lesnar? Like, I'm sorry. Like, you guys are glazing too hard. I'm so sorry.
I'm not really pressed about that.
You're so okay. Good.
It is what it is. Which good. I mean, realistically though, it didn't matter though because they did Brock dirty too, which is I think why we're more mad about it.
And
we did Brock really dirty.
Here's my thing on it. I don't care. I don't care. Brock, no, I can do this.
I'm not playing this game with you because I know what this is, and this isn't in wrestling.
No, it's not even about that. It is about that part, and I don't care to admit, and I don't care to say that. Brock, I don't like him as a person outside of wrestling, but also in wrestling, he's fucking boring. I don't like him. I don't find him entertaining. Anytime he's been in wrestling in the last 10 years, I have not been entertained. I have not. I don't care. I want him off my TV. When he's on my TV, it's worst product every single time. I have not been excited about a Brock match in the last 10 to 15 years. I don't care. I really
Brock
don't.
Should have left after 23. He shouldn't have come back.
He shouldn't. He should have came back, did the match with Cena, and said, "What the fuck you doing with my booking? I'm out of here." Back in 2014. That's what he should have done. But
no, the Cena booking was great. But we've had that argument before on camera.
The Extreme Rules match, you mean? The match when he first came back? That one.
Oh, that one.
The SummerSlam match, no, that's great. That's fine. But
they course corrected a little bit.
They did. But they want us to forget. That's the theme. But I just don't care. Like, sure. And I'll admit it, my personal biases of Brock Lesnar impact my outlook on this situation, but I don't care to see how Brock Lesnar gets eliminated. I really don't. And I think that him eliminating Oba is more important than Brock getting dumped out. I really do. I really do.
It is, but especially if we want to lead, because, I mean, we don't know what Brock's doing right now. It's certainly not with the title at this point, which is super interesting as well, considering he's in the commercial. Big commercial that we've been seeing all year.
I think the controversy surrounding Brock is why they eliminated him in that way. Because I think that people would be mad if they featured him too much. And I think they recognize that.
If they really recognize that, they wouldn't have brought him back in the first place.
I disagree.
I mean, there's not. I don't think so. I don't think there's money in that.
They're playing to two different markets. They're trying to play the tightrope of having Brock in because they know a decent amount of their audience is still attracted to Brock Lesnar, while the other half of this audience is not. So they're trying to find the best of both and balance bringing in Brock and having him there to appease the side that wants him there, while also, and because they have personal relationships with Brock, maybe like lots of things. I don't want to get into it. But then also the other side of it where they know that a decent amount of their fan base actively does not want to see Brock on their screen. So they're trying to appease both sides. I see that full sort of like fully. I see that entirely.
But when we're treating this guy the way that we're treating him, right? And again, this is so weird that I hate that I'm feeling like I'm defending this right now. What I don't like is that we put this guy in this weird upper echelon while he's actually in this stratosphere, but we're downplaying him because we hate him personally, which is why we shouldn't have brought him back in the first place, which is, I think, the bottom line. Regardless, we shouldn't be in this situation because we know what the character and the aura of Brock is.
Was that not our last pod, by the way, as us yelling in the camera about this?
About Brock, yes.
Yeah. Hilarious.
And it's frustrating to now, again, sit here 6 months, 8 months later from that. And what's frustrating is to watch them treat Brock like he's just this guy who comes in and he can kill a couple people, and that's really it. And he's not killing anybody of note. I don't really give a damn that he didn't sell for Ilya Dragunov. I don't care about that.
I care about that.
While that's kind of frustrating for as an Ilya guy, because I do like Ilya, I think I get it. I get what that was.
That's where I'm at.
So it's fine, but then it's really weird in that same breath, practically a minute later, we have dumb fuck out here in the crowd, and Brock gets
it's just me,
unceremoniously dumped by two massive stars.
This is the
one
equivalent
of them being LA Knight, which could put LA Knight in a position of a big match at WrestleMania. Anyway, he could also get out of the Vision Vortex too with that. So there's a lot, and we're just treating it like it's nothing.
So what's going to happen is he's going to stay right in that Vision Vortex. He's getting sucked right back in, brother. It's going to be a 6-man tag. It's going to be the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision, brother.
They then brought him back into Raw to do the exact same shit.
Yeah, 100%.
We could have moved on.
So
what was the point of killing him in the car?
So
just give him a break?
Yeah. I think they realized that they don't know what to do with him, so they figured we could take him off TV for a while. That's my personal opinion on it. I think the big deal about I see what you're saying. I don't disagree with you about the fact that Brock, and to say it more generally without bringing in hypotheticals and other names into it, anyone who would eliminate Brock Lesnar in a Royal Rumble match, if it's somebody who needs a rub, would get a massive rub if they were to eliminate Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble. Obafemi would have gotten a big push had he eliminated Brock from this Rumble. I am not saying otherwise. I do agree with that. It would have been a big deal if Trick Williams somehow got Brock out of this Rumble. It would be a big deal if Royce Keys got Brock Lesnar out of this Rumble. It'd be a big deal if Ilya got Brock out of this Rumble.
Those two didn't even look at each other either, and I thought that would have been nice.
Brock and Royce Keys? Yeah, that could have been nice for sure. I think that they're not 100% set on him yet. I think he's going to be mid-card at first, but I think he'll very quickly rise up the ranks.
They need to split him and Oba up. That's a bad idea.
I think Oba's a Raw guy, and I think that Royce is a SmackDown guy personally. I think that whoever eliminates Brock from a Rumble match would get a massive rub, and that was a missed opportunity. However, I'm okay with Brock not being a focal point because I personally don't like Brock Lesnar. I get people that are complaining about it. I'm not saying that anyone is wrong in this regard. I'm not trying to have an argument in that. There is nothing to argue. If anything, you're probably in the right that Brock probably should have had a better moment. But me personally, I'm not mad because I don't give a fuck.
I'm not mad. It's just confusing. And seeing the take on the internet a few times, I go, that's correct.
Right.
Why?
And I personally don't want to. I think it was less about how Brock got eliminated and more about how Brock eliminated Oba, because I do think that the match at Mania is Brock and Oba, and I did see a report saying that they're not 100% certain on it, but I think that the writing is on the wall. I think that is the match, and I think
notwithstanding. Oh, sorry, I was gonna.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say too, just to jump ahead a little bit at what Oba did on Raw after the Rumble. Viking Raiders come out or War Raiders. They're not Viking Raiders anymore. The War Raiders came out for a tag match. So, I think supposedly, I think they were under the impression that they were gonna have a tag match. All of a sudden, Oba's music hits and he comes out and he destroys them both. That's textbook what Brock did in his early run, and exactly what Ryback did in Ryback's early run when they were trying to push another monster heel at first, but then the crowd liked it too much in the Goldberg vein and they started cheering it. So I think it's just going to be, I think they're trying to build to Oba and Brock personally.
In that same vein, Trick Williams also does nothing in this match.
Trick Willie with the lemon pepper steppers.
Kind of unceremoniously.
I mean, he got dumped by Cody. I not everyone can have a moment. That's where I'm at with it.
I disagree with that. I think everybody can always have a moment in the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is too long, and there's too much shit going on to not have a chance at something. And everybody just didn't look like they were there for anything other than to get a check. It looked a little sloppy. So moving on into the last 10 people.
Yeah, sure.
I guess the last 6 people, right? We have Roman by this point has come into the match.
Miz and Rey Fenix too, not that matters.
Miz and Rey Fenix, which who cares? Noticeably absent from this match is somebody who they keep trying to tell us is here, but is also apparently still on the AEW roster.
Oh, doesn't ring a bell.
According to their official website. So I guess
that's fine.
The lead singer of Fozzy is nowhere to be found, and honestly, who cares?
Carmelo wasn't in this match either.
Carmelo Hayes wasn't in this match.
Sammy was not in this. That was a big prediction people had. Which
fine, he died. So
I personally would have had Sammy in this match and had him win, but that's not the direction they're going, and that's okay. I'm not upset.
I love Gunther being number 30 after retiring AJ Styles. I love that. We were starting to break it down once we got to 27. We were like, who's left?
Yeah.
We went Orton, and then I went, wait a minute. They said Gunther was in the Rumble earlier.
Yep. No, that was fucking great, bro.
So I'll be honest, I watched this whole Rumble, and the only thing that I did have spoiled for me was the last 2 people, who the final 2, and then the winner. So I was really pissed about that, but I actually kind of forgot about Gunther. I was trying to break my head. I was just trying to forget Roman Reigns won this thing before I saw it, which is so annoying because I did it during the show too. I was scrolling ESPN for NBA news because we were talking about the NBA, like a fucking idiot.
Brother, stay off your phone.
It's the ESPN app. I'm not used to seeing WWE on my ESPN.
I can't even go on Instagram because I go through and I'm following wrestling accounts that give me scoops.
Yeah, no, Instagram and Threads are off limit. We're off limit.
And Twitter
we did
too.
So good the whole day.
I know you're not on Twitter right now, but yeah.
We were so good the whole day about staying off our phones, and then I saw that while watching the event, and I was so pissed. I was so stupid for that.
Yeah. So the final 2 were Roman Reigns, and Gunther. And at that point, I knew it was going to happen, but my heart just wanted Gunther so fucking bad. For Gunther to retire John Cena and AJ Styles, and later in the same night of retiring AJ, he wins the Rumble at number 30, would have been catastrophic heat. And listen, you could have still had Roman do something to get himself a world title match at WrestleMania. But I get why they didn't go with Gunther, because listen, Gunther versus Drew is the 2 big heels on. That's the thing. It's the 2 big heels on both respective brands. It wasn't going to work. Gunther versus Punk we already got, and it was fine. Roman was the right choice between the 2 of them. I just really wanted the heel heat of Gunther winning. And also was like, oh, well, they could have Cody win the belt from Drew in the build and then have Cody Gunther at Mania for the title. And I was coping. I was coping. No, you're a Roman Glazer. You can't that.
Okay. Cody Gunther, yeah, I can. I'm
No.
cool off of that. I saw that once, and that was enough for me.
Lame.
So, LOL, Roman wins. LOL, Roman goes on Pat Mac and talks trash about the writing.
Yo, this man, they're improving his fucking point. They're improving his fucking point.
So stupid.
WWE looks like such idiots, bro. They had Roman go on Pat Mac and verbally pants them, and they still fucking said, "Ooh, Roman, ooh, Senpai Roman, you get to win the Rumble. You get a world title match."
So funny. I'm not even mad at it. So then I immediately went, okay, well, we know. So then, I mean, the prediction at this point was Punk. And, I mean, but then they went on the post-show and said, Roman's going to take some time. And I went, what the fuck? I have tickets to Raw.
Yeah, he said Roman's going to go away for a while.
In Philly, I said, okay, cool, whatever. I guess I'll just watch Liv then.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, too.
Fortunately, then we decided to course correct again and had Roman show up on Raw, which I then went, he's going to wait. Which would have been honestly more interesting because we could have opened the door for possibility. Not that we wouldn't have ended where we are anyway. I'm totally okay with where we ended.
Sure. Well, here's the thing, though.
But just open the door for possibility.
We could have had... And I'm still kind of on the fence of if this is the right decision. I was entertained by the segment that we'll get to. But I still don't know if that's the right decision yet. It's still too early to tell for me because, lo and behold, we had this ye old bloodline hunter named Drew McIntyre not too far long ago saying that he was gonna go after the bloodline for revenge for Clash at the Castle. Would have made so much sense for Roman to say, that's the title I used to hold. You said you were coming after my family. I'm the tribal chief. You're going to come after my tribe. I'm going to put you in your place. That would have been easy.
He said that so long ago.
And then Cody could have won the belt from Drew in the build, and you could have potentially gotten the Roman Cody 3 that they're clearly salivating for. They clearly want that really fucking bad. But they
notice how we didn't have Roman and Cody look at each other during this match?
They did. Did they not? I thought they did.
No, I don't think they. If they looked at each other, they didn't look at each other.
I'm gonna see because I think they did, but I could be wrong.
I don't think there was any point where they kind of acknowledged each other, which I thought was super interesting.
Acknowledge. I thought they did, but I could be wrong.
I thought this was cool.
Loki at Triple Threat would have been interesting. Cody, Roman, Drew.
So I'm gonna keep it a stack. Nothing about putting Cody in the WWE title match is interesting, is cool, is revolutionary, is fun. Nothing about this is fun. I hated that we eliminated Cody by Drew. I hated that. People love the spot, but I hate the concept.
Yeah.
Because that means we're allowed to put Cody somewhere in the vicinity of this title. Again. And I'm so over Cody and Drew.
At this point, Cody's winning that belt back at WrestleMania.
I'm so over it, which I don't really want Jacob Fatu to be there at all for any of the damage that this is going to do.
Unless Jacob wins the title.
Jacob's not winning shit. I ain't a chance in hell. No.
We'll see,
you're
brother.
Not gonna gaslight. We'll
see.
You're not going to gaslight me. You're not
we'll
gonna
see.
gaslight me on this. There's
we'll see,
not
brother.
a chance
I could
that
see
we're going to do this because right now Jacob Fatu didn't even have that good of a showing in the Rumble.
Fair. I mean,
which means he then has to go and win a chamber, or somehow has to ruin everything enough for them to make it make sense enough to put him in make it a triple threat.
And then
that's a mess.
You could. I don't think that's a mess. They've done plenty of stories with that before, where it's worked with triple threats. Also, you could have Sammy come through, and they make it a clusterfuck, and they make it a 4-way. I'd rather that than a 1v1 Cody and Drew again that we've gotten for months, literal
Cody
months.
and Drew is definitely not going to this Mania by themselves.
Right.
They're not.
I hope not.
We know that for a fact.
Hope not.
Personally, I think we should take Cody as far away from this belt as possible right now.
Maybe. I don't know where else
However,
you put him,
there's nothing far away.
Yeah.
And there's no faces to take his spot.
Cody and Punk was the move, bro.
So this is now the problem, right? So
They couldn't have Cody win a third Rumble.
We've locked ourselves into this Roman and Punk match. We now no longer have the option to get to this Cody Roman 3 match, which I think was the cleanest possible solution. That WWE title is a mess.
Which sucks.
I ain't worried about that shit at all. There's a reason why Roman didn't go over there. He said,
"Yo, there's a reason why Roman buried Drew, bro. That was crazy. That was Roman was poor Drew, man.
And Punk. That it was shots on shots on shots on shots.
Poor Drew, bro. They really took a dump on that title.
A shit sandwich.
That fucking sucks.
Which is funny because when that title came to be, Roman said, "Isn't that all of my number 2s?"
Yeah, Roman's about to win the loser belt.
Well, Roman's going to win the loser bracket, and then we're going to wait a year, and then he's going to combine it, and then
No, stop this narrative. No. Fucking God, no. No, but, man.
I'm waiting for Punk to ask him how Dwayne is. I'm waiting.
Speaking of Punk.
I'm salivating.
Speaking of Punk and Roman communicating, let's talk about that promo, man. So, Roman is out there, and he's talking about how he wins the Rumble. He's happy, obviously. He's Roman Reigns. He's happy to be back. Punk comes out, and they have a vicious back and forth. And it was a lot of inside baseball. And I don't know how I feel about that off rip.
It really wasn't. Like, the only real inside baseball is the podcast. And that's not really inside baseball. That's about... I mean, we're not talking about writing. We're just, I mean, it's not unreal, is what I'm going to say. That's about as close as to not baseball, inside baseball as I can get right now, because it's not unreal.
I suppose.
I mean, we've danced around people saying who Triple H went to before bringing Punk back. Now, obviously, you knew Roman was one of them. At the time, Roman was champion. They obviously went to Seth. They obviously went to Cody. Is this okay? They obviously did that. Yeah. There was no way they didn't.
For sure.
And they probably even asked some of the smaller main event guys. They may have asked anyone in Survivor Series War Games. They may have asked every single one.
Yeah.
So we already kind of know that. That's kind of been alluded to, and especially with Unreal now, where they asked Cody if it was okay to run the Seth angle, which has nothing to do with Cody, and really should have no impact on how Cody felt about it. I guess from a personal relationship standpoint, that they just want to be on the up and up with Cody, because he is their main guy.
Yeah.
So I guess I get it, but I mean that really. So that's how they kind of conduct business. You know, are we okay with this? Because it is a fraternity at the end of the day. So so bringing that on TV is fine, in my opinion. Talking about Zebros is most certainly not inside baseball. That's just funny.
Oh yeah, of course. What we say, Zebros or some stupid shit?
Some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, oh my God. So funny. So fucking funny.
Even when Roman's being aggressive, sometimes he just hits a nerve where you just want to laugh.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
This is they threw some shots, but there's still shots to be saved. I think Punk's going to get a chance to clap back at the podcast thing, because I mean that was huge, and as soon as Punk came out, I thought, damn, he's going to make Roman look really, really strong.
Oh right, that was the podcast thing. I forgot. Yes, I see. I remember now.
That was the whole Roman beef in the podcast, where they kept telling Punk when he beat the Shield 3-on-1, you got to make Roman look really strong. And
wow,
I'm glad they brought that up. I thought that was funny. I think, all of that made sense. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And this is where we're headed. This is going to ride that line for the next 8 weeks. So you go do some history, go do some research, whatever you don't know, go figure it out. Because this is where this is going to head. And this is night 2. Once again, it's going to take Roman to get Punk a main event.
Oh, God.
I love that.
The business runs through Roman, bro.
The business runs through Roman. He's not wrong. And what's funnier is when he was saying all these things about what the Bloodline did to keep WWE afloat. They weren't going to die, but they definitely did do some of the things that he was saying.
Yeah.
Whether you believe the numbers or not. Fuck, what was I going with that? Philly laughing. Philly being Punk asking them if that's true, and Philly's like, yes, that is true.
Yeah.
That's accurate. We
100%.
like you. We're not mad at you anymore. But this is true.
Yeah. Roman has a lot of history in Philly, honestly. I forgot how much history he had.
I knew he won a Rumble there.
He won the Rumble that they hated.
Pittsburgh.
I thought it was Pittsburgh too, but no, I think it was Philly. Won the title there, lost the title there. Wow.
Yeah, there's some good memories of Roman in Philly.
Man,
I've seen some of them.
And so now we are off to the races with and Roman officially did declare that he is going after CM Punk in the World Heavyweight title, not because of, he said, what did he say? Not because of something, but because I hate you.
Not because you're the top of the mountain, but because I hate you.
Yeah. And listen, that alone sold me on this, because when in wrestling do we get a storyline where it's less about politics and more of, listen, I fucking hate you and I'm taking the belt. We don't get,
Last year's triple threat.
I feel like we don't get that anymore. I guess.
Last year's triple threat.
Yeah, but no belt.
Roman or Drew and Punk. I like that they brought up the bracelet. That was funny.
That's true. Well, I mean, like a title match. You know, it's always like, I want to be the top of the mountain. I'm gonna be the head of the table. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be the champion. No, fuck you. I fucking hate you. You don't deserve that belt. Give me it. It's like, that's great.
Now imagine, take all that, and then put Cody Rhodes on the other side of that promo.
Yo.
It's dollar signs.
So you're saying Cody Roman Punk at Mania now?
No. No. Actually, maybe just to get Cody away from the WWE title. But then who goes over? How does Roman look really strong then?
Well, Punk
we have
eats
such
the
a
pin.
great one-on-one.
Punk eats the pin.
Whatever. Punk said he didn't care if he won the main event. He just wanted to be in it.
Here's I don't know, man.
Punk gets 2 main events in a row. What the fuck?
Oh, this one's going to be night 2, though. I saw someone joking.
For sure.
Did you see the interview where he was like, "Oh, you know, the night 1 main event still counts. It's still the main event." No one he basically was like downplaying how night 1 isn't the same significance of night 2 main event, and so people were like, "All right, good."
Main event night 1.
Yeah,
buy 1 get 4 extravaganza.
Facts. People were like, "Oh, well."
That clip.
People were like, "Oh, well, you were great. You're great now, so you can go main event night 1 again." Since you said it's the same as main eventing night 2, you and Roman can do night 1.
Oh my.
Man.
So, is Cody going to take night 1?
Yeah, I think it's Cody and Drew and potentially Jacob. And maybe Randy.
Ooh.
It might be Cody.
Drew might win this.
It might be
Drew might keep this belt.
It might be Drew, Cody, Jacob, Randy. Because here's the thing too, we still have the story of who attacked Jacob Fatu. And
we do?
Yeah.
We didn't forget about that?
No. We also didn't figure out who did it. They're still talking about it. Drew is still maintaining innocence. Cody obviously didn't do it. So yeah, Randy could be the one. I think Randy might have attacked Jacob as a way to go heel, which could lead to Randy getting the belt. Who knows?
Nah.
Who knows?
Randy looked weird with that belt when he picked it up against the John Cena thing. I was like, I don't like this.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I don't like Randy with this belt.
That's fair. I don't know, man. It's weird. The belt only looks good with certain people, I feel like. Drew, Cody, Roman have all looked good with this belt. Cena, I don't know if Cena looked good with the belt.
It was fine.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm used to the old belt with the black background on it. You know what I mean?
I got used to it.
Before it was the big gold W.
The white gold W.
Man. Well, with that being said, we have returned. We have spoken at length about what it is to be. It must be WrestleMania. We'll see how long this lasts, because
we're here to bite off the hype.
We'll see.
Then leave again.
Apparently, there is no Saturday night's main event between Rumble and Chamber, between Chamber and Mania. So we have February 28th for Chamber, and then we have April 18th and 19th for Mania.
So far away.
I know.
That's so much time, and there's no international crowd days to.
Yeah, they did the international tour first few weeks of the year, so we're chilling there. So that's good. I'm missing the Boston Raw in March because I'll be in Alaska, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of glad. I probably would have spent money to go because I would have had FOMO if I didn't, and probably would have been disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all right. We'll see you at Money in the Bank.
Facts. Yeah, man. You got any final thoughts? You got any closing thoughts going into this? What are your thoughts right now? Like, where's your head at in this WrestleMania season? Oof. Yeah, man. How the mighty have fallen since 2024.
They've imploded. They imploded on themselves.
It's crazy.
Drew was fun for the pop, but now what?
No Kit Wilson in the Royal Rumble. That's who was missing. Kit Wilson. Da-na-na-na-da-da-da-da. Come on, bro.
Cut the show.
We'll see y'all
we
next.
Social stuff.
We do. We should probably plug those.
It's in the description.
Kickout Club. On TikTok, on Twitter. You'll find it, y'all. We're not posting there yet. Maybe we'll see next week if we come back. B, if we got shit to share. Y'all, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope to see y'all again. Peace out.
Man.